Hi, hello everyone! I'm Toshi from Japan and tourist guide for foreigners. In this video, I'll show you
6 things to know about Japan's cherry blossom information in 2025.
I've been getting tons of questions about the 2025 Sakura forecast, and now we finally have the latest update. On February 20th, Japan's Meteorological Agency released its official cherry blossom forecast, and in this video, I'll break it all down for you. You'll learn when and where to see the best cherry blossoms, plus crowd predictions and insider tips to fully enjoy this beautiful tradition. And if you can't visit Japan during peak bloom, don't worry. I'll also share some secret ways to experience cherry blossoms outside the typical season. By the end of this video, you'll know the best dates and locations to plan your trip and make the most of Japan's iconic Sakura season, so stay with me until the end. Plus, I also offer guided tour in Japan, travel itineraries based on trip duration and area, and recommendations for unique cultural experiences.
You can find more information in the description below. So, let's get started.
Number 1. Why cherry blossoms are must-see in Japan?
Before I dive in, let's take a moment to talk about cherry blossom viewing, called hanami. Cherry blossom viewing is one of Japan's most iconic spring traditions. People gather under the beautiful sakura trees to enjoy food, drinks, and the breathtaking scenery. It's one of my favorite events of the year, and I always make sure to celebrate it with my friends. But it's not just a local tradition. Hanami is also extremely popular among international travelers. Recently, I've been receiving more and more inquiries about cherry blossom tour, as many visitors plan their trips around this season. However, the bloom period is very short, usually lasting only about 2 weeks from late March to early April. This year, though, meteorologists are predicting that climate change may cause the timing to shift, so it's important to stay updated.
In the next section, I'll share the latest 2025 cherry blossom forecast, so keep watching to find out when and where to see the best blooms.
Number 2. Japan's 2025 cherry blossom forecast.
According to the latest forecast from the Japan Meteorological Agency, this year's cherry blossoms are expected to bloom either on schedule or slightly later than usual across the country. In Tokyo, the first blossoms are predicted to appear around March 25th, while Osaka and Kyoto are expected to see their first blooms around March 30th. But here's something important to remember. Blooming doesn't mean the trees will be in full bloom. It simply means the first flowers have opened. If you want to see the cherry blossoms at their peak, here are the full bloom dates: April 2nd for Tokyo, April 7th for Osaka, and April 8th for Kyoto. Since this year's season is slightly delayed compared to previous years, you might want to adjust your travel plans accordingly. Keep in mind that forecasts can change. Last year, for example, the blooms arrived about a week later than initially predicted.
I'll keep you updated as new information comes out, so be sure to subscribe for the latest cherry blossom updates.
Number 3. Where to see the best sakura in Japan?
Japan is home to some of the most stunning cherry blossom spots, and today, I'll introduce some of the best locations in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto for your hanami experience. First, in Tokyo, check out Yoyogi Park and Ueno Park. Both are spacious and perfect for picnicking under the cherry trees with family and friends. If you prefer a scenic walk, Meguro River is lined with beautiful cherry blossoms along the embankment. You'll also find food stalls along the way, making it a great place to stroll and enjoy some local snacks. Next, in Osaka, don't miss Osaka Castle Park and Expo 70 Commemorative Park. Osaka Castle Park is similar to Yoyogi or Ueno Park, offering large open spaces for picnics under the sakura. Expo 70 Park, famous for the Tower of the Sun, transforms into a breathtaking scene as the cherry blossoms surround the iconic monument. Finally, in Kyoto, my top recommendation is Kiyomizu-dera Temple. This historic site welcomes over 5 million visitors annually and is especially magical during the nighttime illuminations from March 25th to April 3rd. The temple and cherry blossoms are beautifully lit up, creating a dreamlike atmosphere. Of course, these are just a few of Japan's amazing cherry blossom spots.
Be sure to choose the ones that best match your travel plans and interests.
Number 4. Best days to see cherry blossoms in Japan without the crowds.
Cherry blossom season in Japan is breathtaking, but it also means crowds, especially at famous spots like Yoyogi Park and Ueno Park, from March 24, when the first blossoms appear, to around April 8, when the trees reach full bloom. Expect heavy crowds. When I visited Yoyogi and Ueno Parks during peak season, I noticed long lines for restrooms. To avoid the wait, I highly recommend arriving early. Some people in Japan even camp overnight to secure the best hanami spots. The busiest days will likely be March 29th, March 30th, April 5th, and April 6th, as they fall on weekends. If you prefer a quieter experience, consider visiting on weekdays from March 24th to 28th or between March 31st and April 8th. However, keep in mind that weather conditions, like rain, can also affect crowd levels.
Be sure to check the latest updates before heading out.
Number 5. Best spots outside peak season.
If you're visiting Japan but can't make it during cherry blossom season, don't worry. You can still see beautiful Sakura if you know where to go. If you arrive early, before the main season, check out Kawazu cherry blossoms. These bloom as early as February and are a deeper pink compared to the common Samayoshino variety. One of the best spots is Murakaigan in Kanagawa, just a day trip from Tokyo. If you're visiting after peak season, head north. In Aomori, cherry blossoms bloom around April 21st and peak around April 25th, while in Hokkaido, they bloom around April 28th and peak around May 2nd. This is about a month later than Tokyo and Osaka due to the cooler climate. No matter when you visit, there's always a way to enjoy Japan's cherry blossoms.
Plan your trip accordingly and catch the best blooms.
Number 6. Mount Fuji and cherry blossoms. Japan's most breathtaking view.
Did you know that Mount Fuji is not just Japan's highest peak, but also a stunning cherry blossom spot? Standing at about 3,700 meters, this UNESCO World Heritage Site attracts visitors from around the world with its breathtaking scenery. During cherry blossom season, countless tourists come to see the magical combination of Mount Fuji and Sakura. In fact, one of my American friends came to Japan just to witness this. Now, let's talk about timing. The cherry blossoms around Mount Fuji bloom a bit later than in Tokyo due to the altitude. Usually, they peak from mid to late April, but in 2025, the season is expected to be slightly earlier, from early to mid-April. Imagine the iconic silhouette of Mount Fuji surrounded by soft pink cherry blossoms. It's a once-in-a-lifetime view, different from your usual hanami experience. Don't miss the chance to see this breathtaking scene.
How was today's video?
If you would like a personal guide in Japan or need recommendations for travel plans and cultural experiences,
Please contact me from the link in the description section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like button. See you in my next video. Bye!